Hi, I'm CJ from Reds and the Boys, and welcome to the Go-Go.
Good evening. Do not attempt to adjust your radio. There is nothing wrong. We have taken control as to bring you this special show. We will return it to you as soon as you are grooving.
This is the Movement Radio program, and welcome to Go-Go.
In Washington, D.C., this is the hottest music in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, this is Go-Go on WOL.
It's the capital of the nation. This is a brand new sound, the sound sensation. They call it the Go-Go. Here in the nation's capital, one the home of Ronald Reagan, I must say. And D.C. basically is a very political place here, the White House, the monument. So basically, as far as music is concerned, this D.C. sound is called the Go-Go. It's the first music that we have had here in a long time to put Washington, D.C. on the map for far as establishing a sound, the D.C. sound, the Go-Go.
The capital of the nation, there's a brand new sound sensation. It's gonna be a revelation, gonna show you what I mean. They call it the EU freeze, play it pretty as you please. Beating on the drum keys, rocking on the go-go scene. Yeah.
We're in the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. There's an innovative sound, spreading rapidly. The go-go sound equivalent by none. Recognition was scarce, but now the time has come. The USMC, and I enjoy Trouble Funk, EU, and Red and the Boys, The White House, the Capitol, the monument, the other side of the district seems irrelevant. 70% black, the city's habitation. Love boats circulating through the population. Our problems are neglected in a city such as this. To half of the country, we do not exist. The situations are annoying. And who's going to solve them? Have you noticed D.C. has a serious drug problem? What's our destination? Many are in doubt. I guess drugs appear to be the only way out. We've been left stranded. Reagan's not concerned. To a life of crime is how some have turned. But we must hold faith in our music, a sound created in the district.
Go-Go, Stuart, is a hardcore driving party music, a very positive party music. It's full with heavy percussions, very brassy horns, and a rap, a very decent rap, similar to the rap of New York, but the guys down here have their own style of rapping. It's called the DC rap. So Go-Go basically is to sum it all up. It's a hard driving, hardcore beat, party music, continuous music, the Go-Go. If you're not go-going, you ain't gonna go.
If you see a guy standing very tall, his iceberg slim playing basketball, show you right. Ow! Ow! Hey! Still can't test that stereo in 1984. Oh no, don't test that stereo, cause now it's good to go. Working hard, never been hard before.
somebody know that makes you good to go. You people out there try to understand. We got something new for this troubled land. This is not a rap song that you always hear. You get tired of that year after year.
50, 60 years ago, when blacks were leaving, coming from the South, looking for better opportunities north, especially geographically coming from the East Coast. You're talking about from the Carolinas, from Georgia, from Florida, parts of Kentucky, parts of Tennessee. But when they come up that East Coast, the first breath of freedom that they could really feel that they really inhaled was when they come across that 14th Street Bridge right down in Washington that separates Virginia from Washington. And when they came, they were bringing the blues, they were bringing the gospel, they were bringing the spiritual situation. Jazz and the R&B, which is based out of blues. The inner city kids could not afford the nice electronical instruments or, to that matter, drums, percussions, and they would take everything from hand-me-down congas, cowbells, to even taking soda bottles and tin cans, working up to now to go-go's is this sound, this feel.
What you may see here is a spread throughout this country of a sound that will be contributed to D.C. I mean, you know, we've had the Motown sound, we've had the West Coast, East Coast jazz, you know, we've had the Beach Boys. We've had in the history of our music and our relationship with young people, we've had certain times of certain places that sounds were contributed to certain geographical locations or certain groups of people. I think you might see this with the go-go sound of Washington, D.C., the nation's capital.
Well, basically CJ, myself, me and Reds is my first cousin. He got me basically into the funky groove. So if you ever hear him say, blow your horn, CJ, hey, I'm the guy you're talking about.
Attention, all cars, be on the lookout for Reds and the boys, wanted dead or alive.
Oh, dancing in the street.
No, it's just Reds and the boys. I thought you knew.
I thought you knew too.
Yeah.
Everybody calling the move. To the groove. CJ, blow your horn, baby.
I will refer to James Brown, Back to the early 60s, late 50s, like they had little bops, you know, parties, but they would call those go-go's. Go-go is somewhere where you go. It's like a huge concert that's local, a local concert. It's not where somebody comes out of town and plays. You got hometown bands that come and crank.
Go-go is a new music trend in Washington. It's the type of music where a band plays, a band can play 4 hours, and it has the same groove. Sounds like they're playing one long song, but of course they play like 10, 15 different songs. But it has the same groove and it has a different type of funk.
The minimum band has about 10 pieces in it, and it's heavy percussion. You're going to have a drum player, you're going to have a rototom player, you're going to have a congo player. Some bands have just a band guy who does cowbells. The whole front line is always holding some sort of percussion. And the reason why it's go-go, I mean, it's non-stop. It's non-stop funk. And the thing is, you know, it's live, you know, all the way live. And the band, you know, to say you go to a show, and like up in New York, the DJ plays, everybody's doing their break dancing and dancing, right? When the band comes on in New York, everybody stops. Here it's the exact opposite. Everybody gets off to the band when the band's taking their break and they're getting ready for another band, the crowd just sitting down taking it easy. You know, it's a non-stop funk groove.
Hey, we'd like to welcome everybody to the go-go sound. To the go-go. I said Chicago, so welcome to the go-go, yo. To the go-go. Even London, so welcome to the go-go sound. To the go-go. I think you think it's not time you want to welcome to the go-go now. To the go-go. Tell me, do you think it's not time you want to welcome to the go-go days? To the go-go. Do you think it's not time you want to welcome to the go-go skirt? To the go-go. Do you think it's not time you want to welcome to the go-go now? To the go-go. To the go-go. 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 Go-go now. To the go-go. Welcome to the go-go. 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 Yo. To the go-go. Welcome to the go-go. 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 Go-go now. To the go-go. Welcome to the go-go. 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 Yo. You out go. Because you got nothing to say. I said, all you got to do is find out this time and live. I said you might give a girl a kiss. We're gonna give it to the man, cause white kid after this. You got it.
The kids here in D.C., they have very positive images to look up to. They have the go-go bands that are doing something positive, like a Trouble Funk, Chuck Brown and Soul Searchers, and also Sugar Ray Leonard. You have Stacey Lattisaw and Johnny Gill. That gives these young kids something to look up to say, hey, I could do what they're doing. You know what I mean? You have so many positive images around D.C., you know.